Emma Van Name loved cherries more than anything in the world. She would eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and sometimes even sneak some from the kitchen at night. She liked them fresh, dried, candied, or in pies. She liked them red, black, or yellow. She liked them big, small, or in between. She liked them so much that her parents called her their little cherry girl. One day, Emma's father came home with a surprise. He had hired a famous painter, Joshua Johnson, to make a portrait of Emma. Johnson was a remarkable man who had been born to an enslaved mother and a white father, and had gained his freedom by working as a blacksmith. He had taught himself how to paint, and had become the first professional African-American painter in the country. He had painted many portraits of wealthy and prominent people, but he had a special talent for capturing the innocence and charm of children. Emma was delighted to meet Johnson, and eagerly agreed to pose for him. She put on her best dress, a pink silk gown with lace and ribbons, and a gold necklace that her grandmother had given her. She combed her curly brown hair and tied it with a bow. She smiled brightly and looked at Johnson with curiosity and admiration. Johnson was impressed by Emma's beauty and grace, and decided to make her portrait a masterpiece. He chose a background that matched her dress. He painted her with great skill and care, paying attention to every detail of her face, hair, dress, and posture. He wanted to show her personality and spirit, as well as her appearance. He wanted to make her portrait a work of art that would last for generations. But he also wanted to give her a gift that would make her happy. He knew how much she loved cherries, and he had brought a large glass of them with him. He placed it next to Emma, and told her that she could have one after he finished painting. He hoped that the sight of the cherries would make her smile even more, and that the anticipation would add a sparkle to her eyes. He was right. Emma looked at the cherries with delight, and imagined how sweet and juicy they would taste. She smiled even more, and her eyes shone with joy. She looked so lively and lovely that it seemed as if she was about to reach out and take a cherry for herself. Johnson captured that moment in his painting, and made it the focal point of his composition. He made the cherries look so real that anyone who saw the painting would want to have one too. He finished the painting in a few hours, and showed it to Emma and her parents. They were amazed by his work, and praised him for his talent and skill. They thanked him for his wonderful portrait, and paid him generously. They hung the painting in their living room, where everyone who visited them could see it and admire it. Emma was overjoyed by the painting, and by the cherries. She thanked Johnson for his gift, and hugged him warmly. She ate the cherries with gusto, and shared some with him. She told him that he was the best painter in the world, and that she would always remember him. She asked him to come back and visit her again, and he promised that he would. Johnson left with a smile on his face, and a warm feeling in his heart. He had made a new friend, and a new masterpiece. He had created an icon of American folk painting, and a tribute to a little girl who loved cherries. He had made Emma Van Name happy, and he was happy too.